Hi, I'm Keith McEvoy, CEO of Success That Works and founder of SuperCharge Academy. Today what we're going to look at is sort of four really important things. Now, before we even start, we had a little bit of debate earlier. Is expertise actually a word? But officially expertise is a noun. Expertise is the plural of that noun. So expertise is a word, okay? So what is this all about? Well, basically, great careers, great careers, careers where you're earning to your potential, you're getting to do the stuff you want to do, you're progressing, you're getting to that dream job. That's what great careers are. But great careers, when you break it down, they actually have a foundation to them. And this foundation is the four expertises. And I'm going to take you through each of those four. It's really important that if you think about building a house, right? If you want to build a big house, a great house, right, you're not going to build it on sand. You're going to put in the foundation. You're going to build a big foundation, okay? That's what the four expertises are. And what I'm going to take you through is actually that there are four areas of this foundation that you need to focus on and get really good at. And you need to be strategic about building these, okay? Because you need to get the right expertises so that you're able to show the world that you're able to take on this great career. We all want great careers. So the first one, the first great one is experience, okay? You need to be able to say, I've been there and I've done that. Just as simple as that. I've been there and I've done that. I was part of that project. I know what you're talking about. I was there in the 80s, whatever it is in the 80s. I'm showing my age. No, actually, I was never there in the 80s, guys. But you need to show that you were there. You were part of a team. You were exposed to this way of thinking. You lived in that country. Whatever it is they're your experiences, and they're the things that are going to get you in the door. They're going to get people to go, oh, actually, you have some of the stuff and some of the thinking and some of the knowledge in your head that we're looking for. That's experiences. The second one is education. Now, there's two parts to education. In fact, there's three. Three. Make up your mind, Keith. The first part of education is what I call the door openers. And these are the courses that you must have in order to go and do something. So take, for example, being a doctor. Unless you have that certificate from the medical institution that says you are a doctor, you've done the study, you've done the qualification, guess what? You cannot be a doctor. And there's quite a lot of professions that are the same way. That basically, if you don't have that, there is no way you don't get past go. So they are what I call the door openers. And again, if you want to be a doctor, okay, and you don't have the education, right, you need to start building that foundation, because if you don't have that certificate, you ain't going to have that career as a doctor. The second group I call the door openers, or the door wideners. So the door is semi-ajar, and what you're going to do is you're going to widen the door to make yourself more approachable and more able to do that job in the eyes of the potential employer or boss. So things like, say, an MBA. So some jobs, they say, actually, if you have an MBA, you are going to be considered above other people. That's a door widener. There are ways of getting that job without an MBA, but they're a little more difficult. And in fact, for some companies, they need an MBA out of this school, and you could be spending 100, 200 grand getting this certification just to have that door wide enough that you can actually go to it. So they are the door wideners. Things like certifications, qualifications, they just make the job more easy. Yes, there's a way around it, but if you had that, you'd be able to get to where you want to a little bit faster. And the third group, they're a bit like door wideners, but they're more for you. They're the courses that go and teach you how to do something. And quite often they're as simple as, listen, how to build a great career. You could call this a course. This is telling you how to get ahead. These types of courses are probably more important to you and your career than even some of these things like a doctor's. You might have that doctor certification, but if you don't know how to actually go and make use of it, You've just spent 7 years of your life doing what? Yeah. So having courses that you're doing all the time and gathering knowledge about how to do something, really important for you as well. And that would be the third group under education. The number 3 is the endings, okay? Or if I wasn't trying to make 4 E's, I would call this results, yeah? But I just thought, doesn't it look cool? I've got 4 E's down here. So let's call it results. These are the things that when someone's saying, yeah, okay, I know you did it, that's fine. And you're able to say, yeah, but did you know that I got a 30% improvement in this productivity in just 4 months? Whoa, what was that? Results make you believable, results make you interesting, and results show a level of ability that you've got. So if I say I improved stuff by 3% in 6 years, or I improved stuff in 45% in 2 days, all of a sudden in the eyes of the person you're speaking to, they're going, oh wow, you've given them a reference to just how good you are. Results are really important. But here's the problem with results. We tend to not consider the stuff that we do in our day-to-day jobs as results. We tend to forget about all the important things we're doing. And over time, we don't see what everyone else is doing. That's part of our problem. We tend to downplay just how good we are and what we tend to do. And unless we're actively trying to capture what it is that we're doing, what are those little achievements that I'm achieving every month. So unless I'm tracking my important things, over time I'll just forget it, or I'll just dismiss it and think, well, everyone in my job, if I'm a salesperson, doesn't everyone have a 3% closing rate? Doesn't everyone have a gross profit margin of 76%? And the answer is no. So you need to start tracking what it is, month by month, what is the results that you're getting so that you don't forget it and that you're able to communicate those results and those achievements to everyone else. And when you win awards are also part of results. If someone recognizes your contribution, or you're a new leader of the company and you get a leadership award, that's a big deal. That's a big result. So you need to be able to remember those and be able to communicate them back. So look for more results and stuff that you can build your career on. And the last one is examples. What's the difference between examples, experience, education, results? Right? Well, examples has a very different thing. An example is where you take the person in and you say, hey, let me tell you a story. Let me tell you about when I was here once upon a time. I had this problem and I wasn't quite sure what to do about it. So I tried this, I tried that, and then tried the other, and that didn't work so well. And then I did this. Oh, that got me some results. Well, and from that results, I got some more experience, and then I realized that I figured out the how to. You see what the example is? The example is me taking you into my life and telling you about how I went and did something. And that is the most powerful thing that you can have in your arsenal of pushing your career forward, is some really good examples of where you started, how you figured something out, how your brain works, yeah? How you figured it out, how you discovered something. And I don't know about you, but every time I think I've found the answer to something and I try and implement it, it doesn't quite work the way I got it, yeah? And that's the way it works for everyone. It never quite works, but that's part of your story, it's part of your example, and how it didn't quite work, and how you overcame it. Even though it didn't work, you're showing your fortitude, you're showing the fact that you moved forward, you're showing the fact that you faced adversity and you pushed through it. That's a great example. And you have hundreds of those examples. And what I want you to do is to start selecting some of those where you can tell that story in that sort of format. I started here, here's the problem, here's what I did, it didn't quite work, but then I tweaked it, and then I got this, and then I got this, and wow, didn't the world improve? That's a great example. Okay, so now that you know what you've got to build on, here's the 4 foundations that you've got to start making sure that you've got every one of these ticked. So think of your dream job, think of what you want to earn, what you need in each of these buckets, and go ahead and do it. And your homework for this week, what I want you to do is focus on results. What I want you to do is whether it's a mug on your table, I don't care, but whatever it is, every time you get a result or something with a number in, I want you to write it down and stick it in that mug. Every time you achieve something or something gets completed or your team does something, put in the mug. And at the end of the week, I want you to empty that mug and just look at all those bits of paper again and remind yourself of what you did. You will be amazed at the amount of little things that have happened that give you a story, gives you the example, and you can start saying, oh, here's an experience that I actually gathered. Okay, so I hope that really serves you. Until next time, go remember that you can really earn your potential and you can find your dream job. So let's help you get there.